In the red, in the bottom right, we have our Terran. He is
FXO GuMiho.
Looks like he's cleaning the table. There's a spot here in the upper left. We have our Zerg player. His macro is quite good. His early game, perhaps his weakest point. He is
Liquid Zenio.
It did look like he was cleaning the table.
Yeah,
man.
you're right, man. All right, so, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing a sharp all-in off of Zenio this game. GuMiho, he takes some risks. You know, he gets a little bit greedy, does a lot of stuff at once, and I feel like a really dedicated all-in-ish type thing like we saw from Yu-Gi-Oh! In Game 1 against him is a way that is something he's going to be a little bit weak to.
Yeah.
You know, like just a very sharp,
well, is this second
one.
SCV coming down here going to be a second barracks? Uh-oh.
Ooh,
double
GuMiho.
barracks.
This is something
GuMiho.
that, you know, he's not unknown for going double barracks rushes.
It's an interesting way to put it. He's not unknown.
Yeah, man. He's not people
You mean
don't think he's never done it, man. They don't think that, all right?
Well, Zenio did go hatchery first. If you go hatchery first,
quick pull-up.
this is going to be the double barracks rush is going to be more effective.
Yep. And a lot of times it depends upon how many drones you go afterwards. You didn't go too many. You know, when will he know what's going on here? That's a big part of this. All right, down goes the first bunker. Zenio not sending anything yet. He sees it, but not sending anything yet. Does he think this is a bluff? Do you think he's bluffing, Zenio? Be careful, Zenio. Oh, man, he's still not saying anything. He's just
going to let it finish.
All right, I guess you can just make that.
I think he's actually just calling his bluff.
Well, there's no bluff here.
There is no bluff. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. I think he thinks he's calling his bluff.
Is he going to cancel the hatch? All right, well, it looks like GuMiho is going to win this game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this was...
Well, this is almost embarrassing.
This is not good.
When he sees the additional SCVs get there, the Marines, he's going to go, uh-oh.
Yeah, this is bad news bears for Zenio.
This isn't even just bad news for the Bears. This is bad news Cubs.
It's bad news everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Zenio is in...
It's bad news birds, man. Everything's bad about this. Well, this is kind of sad.
There's no reason for him to even try to save that base.
Yeah, he has to give it up.
It looks like he's just going to Baneling bust.
Well, the thing is, there's only so many options that he has, and that's a fairly obvious one.
Yeah, I mean, he already had gotten the gas and all that. Oh. Zenio trying to take out what he can here. But he needs to take stuff out for cheap. Cannot be losing much here. Even though supplies are similar, GuMiho's got to feel great.
Well, I think even GuMiho's
actually he's doing a good job.
I think, honestly, like, GuMiho might even be confused with it. It's like, why did he let me...
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it, man.
And, I mean, at this point, you just load up the bunkers. Zenio's in pretty bad shape. He has killed off, of course, a ton of SCVs, so there's only 13 SCVs, but only 17 drones at the same time. And don't forget mules, so the economy obviously much better for our Terran player.
All right. Well, he's got to make the Banelings, but what if the Terran attacks into him? Then he's in trouble, guys.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, if he makes enough Zerglings and gets by and does a nice Baneling bust, he might end up winning.
Yep, certainly could happen.
Are those two bunkers areas to decide how to deal with those? Does he
I would
run
probably
Zerglings
leave
by? Does he, you know, does he go Baneling bust? Does he surround him? Oh, and he runs by. Okay, so this is... Now, GuMiho may unload and just go into the main base and then just force a base trade scenario. If he wants to do that, he has to do it pretty quick.
You know what he should actually do also? He should wall in behind the depots with his 3 barracks.
Yeah, you're quite right there. Well, here we go. It's going to be a Baneling bust, and GuMiho has not counterattacked yet. If he had gone immediately, it's risky, because if the Lings are waiting on the other side of the bunkers, they run back in and kill all your Marines. So you had to guess, and he guessed wrong here. So he did not counterattack, and now Zenio in good shape. Good. Oh, man, the bunker finishes just in the nick of time.
The last half second.
That is right.
He's
More
supply
Banelings
block.
on the way.
Oh, he needs to notice that there's... Okay, he does notice.
Good choice to send some units up.
He's spread out a little bit thin here.
He can actually just cancel that command center if he wants.
Yeah.
I mean, no reason to actually. It's about to finish. I thought it was a little bit less long. But yeah, that'll give him some additional supply, which is quite important.
Well, looks like he survived that.
Yeah,
and the bunkers still have the Marines in them.
Yeah. Where does Zenio go from here?
Well, this all goes back to the fact that Zenio did not respect the bunker.
No, he did not.
You got to come out here.
You got to at least try with the drones. If you even delay that bunker a little bit, maybe the game looks a little bit different. All right, and it will clean this up. Now, is he going to expand? He's actually making an evolution chamber, so yeah, it looks like he's going to go for a longer game. And I like the evolution chamber as a choice here. If he's going to go ahead and try to go for a longer game, he should be doing, like, investing in something for later on.
Yeah.
Such as upgrades. If he can maybe get ahead in upgrades, like whether he wants attack or carapace, so that later on he can win a decisive battle with those quicker upgrades his opponent isn't expecting, that's good planning.
Well, the Lings are going to come in here. I think at this one time Zenio probably knows he's dead, but also knows that, you know, he... Oh, my God, look at that spread! Oh, GuMiho. Wow. That was really nice.
Yeah, that was so well done.
I think he's just going to try to go through the motions because what if GuMiho chokes, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Never know, man. Could happen.
All right, well, I can't emphasize just how ahead Terran is. But, you know, Terran can make a few mistakes here, and the game would even out or even go to Zenio's favor. Only takes, you know, 1 or 2 or even 3 good Baneling hits, and your lead is gone.
Sure. GuMiho, though, making another command center.
They're even on workers.
Oh. So, starting to come back a little bit, I guess. Not really. It's a rough uphill battle here for Zenio. He needs to make like an insanely good plan. Whether that's the upgrade route, whether that's Baneling drops, whether that's burrowed Banelings. You know, he needs something like that.
Yeah.
And he needs to do it decisively.
I do like this over here, the barracks at the entrance. GuMiho is basically going to bunker down and get a sick good economy.
Yeah. And if that confuses you because he's not building bunkers, then he's going to hunker down.
Yeah. Bunker down or hunker down.
Whatever you want to call it.
All right, a little timing. I don't know if GuMiho is going to go all the way with this because he does know Banelings on the map. Honestly, I wouldn't be doing what GuMiho is. I'd be afraid of burrowed Banelings.
Well, he's going to do it regardless. And here he goes across that map. He's going to want to scan before he goes up towards the high ground. If he doesn't, then he might just lose everything.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Zenio does not want to come off creep at those.
No kidding. Word. Totally, bro. And the 2 engineering bays are going to finish, but he will start his 1-1 the moment that Zerg finishes the armor upgrade.
Yeah. Which is a nice little thing for Zerg. And he's going to go right into that melee attack upgrade. So right now we have 44 drones and 41 SCVs. Finally, Zenio has gotten ahead in that regard, but there's been more SCVs for longer, as well as mules. So GuMiho's supply continues to grow a bit more, 71 to 56.
All right, there will be a little bit of downtime here, but that's the way it is, my nerds. Nerds got to macro up.
That's what they got to do.
They got to do it. They got to get big armies.
Oh. All right, so Zenio right now is getting the plus melee attack, a macro hatch, and a bunch of lings. I think this is a good choice. If he goes into mutas, I think that's a bad choice. I think mutas are not something that you can go into in a situation like this. They're always going to be ready for them. Even when you go mutas just right, Terrans block them off sometimes.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, you may as well go mass upgraded Ling Baneling. I see no reason why not to. It's going to be something that if you get a little bit lucky, if he comes out a little bit too greedily, you might crush his army and the game might go in your favor.
And, yeah, I agree with everything you said, Artosis. I think we'll probably see the Terran expand to one of the center locations. just due to the command center placement.
Yeah.
And from there, he might even expand again to the upper right.
Now, it looks like he's going to do another double-pronged little move here, a drop plus an attack. And, I mean, that's all cool and good, but we're going to have Baneling speed done, and the creep spread's pretty nice. And, whoa, be careful. And looks like as those Zerglings come in, he's just going to siege up and secure that base. So now it's up to the drop. Can the drop do any damage? There are no units in there except for the queens.
All right, he is here, and the Spire's only halfway complete, so there's going to be room for him to do the damage and get out.
Yeah.
Note that he's not, there's no armor upgrade on the way anymore, or attack upgrade. Look at this, all these Zergs have caught on to this. Finally, just hit the medevac always with the queen. Yeah. Always do it.
Yeah, you want to do it, like, every time. There's going to be maybe one situation out of 100 where it's better not to.
Oh, excuse me, Joseph. So we have the Lings and the Banelings coming down here, doing a little bit of damage. Neither player can really touch the other, is kind of what's going on here, guys. Terran has Siege Tank set up in Siege mode. Zerg is drop proof right now and has good creep spread, so they're going to have to wait and probably engage when they're maxed out.
I mean, Zenio's coming back pretty strongly, getting that plus Muta
he
armor,
really is.
But
I thought he was just going to be dead.
Again, I don't like the Muta choice. That, for instance, those Mutas, 5 Mutas plus the armor and the Spire, that is a ton of resources. And I feel like he could do some decisive lane Baneling moves. Just anything more decisive. The Mutas aren't going to be able to get any real harassment in because GuMiho is going to be ready like minutes ago for the amount that is out now.
Yeah, it's not exactly... I agree.
Yeah, the one thing you can say is, I mean, the Muta's obviously going to help out against drops, but I think drops are the least of his worries right now. It's just the overall coming back is going to be the hardest thing.
All right, so the Banelings, Mutas, and Lings coming down here. It looks like right now Zenio's just trying to find an opening, but I don't think there is one with GuMiho. I mean, you could try to go into the main expansion, but that's not going to work.
And oh my God, can he hit? Oh
no, that was a fail. That was such a fail.
Yeah.
This is going to make GuMiho's push that much more strong, considering all the Banelings that were lost. Oh, meanwhile, drop over here. A lot of damage being done to these Mutas.
And his +2 melee attack almost done.
Oh!
And it looks like he will clean it up and save that upgrade, which is so important. We do have Burrow on the way as well. 3-3 started for GuMiho, though. So his upgrades are getting way ahead at this point.
And it looks like the push has been triggered. I think he thinks he's killed off enough Mutalisks. Well, they'll be much more afraid of the Banelings. And he's doing one of these GuMiho-style pushes. He's all over the place, attacking so many different locations at once.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's going for it. This base. Oh, Zenio needs to hold it, man. Still down by a good amount of supply, and if he doesn't hold it, he needs to go do some damage somewhere else. He cannot go down to 3 base versus 3 base. The upgrades, the economy, the unit count, just too good for GuMiho to allow that.
All right, he's going to trade that hatchery. Nice micro over here, gunning down some of the Banelings. Muta's trying to come back here just to defend. I don't think he can actually save that Artosis.
Yeah, he's going to have to bring up a lot of Lings and Banes, but he just doesn't really have what he needs. A lot of Lings coming in. Not quite.
He's being very cautious with these. Ouch. So the hatchery's getting lower, 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 lower. He wants to save it with the Banelings. Meanwhile, another push over here. Oh man, this game might suddenly end. Both hatcheries go down.
Yeah, both go down. GuMiho, like, overkill mode. Just making it entirely too hard for Zenio.
Yeah, I feel bad, but look, GuMiho is really giving it to him.
Yeah, Zenio right now taking a couple more bases, trying his best to get something going on. But again, I have to point towards him choosing still to go Mutas if he hadn't been terribly hurt in the previous encounters. These Mutas have not been helpful. They've never been at numbers that have been actually scary.
You know, Mutas are active units, and if you do not stay active with them or do not do something, or you cannot do something active with them, they really start to lose their value.
Yeah. Totally. Well, Looks like GuMiho, it's 170 supply. He's got good bank. His 3-3 is just about to finish, and as that finishes up, he may continue to push forward a bit more. So he is going to max out in that time as well.
All right. Well, it looks like if you're GuMiho, you're going to wait until you're maxed out, and then you're just going to go wipe out the rest of the bases. Oh, or you can just do that right now.
Hey, just do it.
You cancel that? No, I guess he's just going to lose that. I don't think this game's going to go on for more than a few more minutes, even if that.
Yeah, well, it can't. I mean, Zenio just, even though his supply is staying up reasonably well, he's still 142. He literally has to somehow cost-efficiently kill the entire army of GuMiho to win this game. And that is something that is very difficult to foresee. Yeah,
unfortunately, GuMiho's in an almost unlosable position. In fact, there's so many drones that are not even mining right now. All right, he lets... Now note this, guys. GuMiho lets these expansions finish because he knows he can kill them.
Yeah.
No point making him cancel, just let him finish it because then he'd lose it no matter what.
And then he just attacks everything at once. Oh, man. Huge tank shot right there. And here we go. This is going to be the last engagement. And we should be seeing a GG any second here from Zenio. He just has nothing at all left. Even his natural's under fire.
All right. Okay, that's it. GG. I was wondering when that was going to happen. I was like,
Were you? Like,
I was like, gee willikers, I sure am curious about this. All right, GuMiho, I'm kind of happy to see him go on, you know? You can see how intense he is.
He's got a cool style, man. And it's tough to deal with for Zergs. Absolutely. That's why he's got such a great record in the matchup. But he will be going on to the round 16. Unfortunately, Zenio drops to round 2 of Code A. A bad beat there.
Yep.
Hard group. Kind of went how I expected coming in today. First MMA, saying GuMiho through Zenio.
You can see the joy has seeing GuMiho get deeper and deeper in this tournament. And I think you're right. I think this guy has a lot of potential. He might have to get over the nerve issue, but he did need a veteran like Zenio.
GuMiho looks pretty good sometimes. Other times, sometimes it's not much.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. This was a real treat to cast. And, of course, we're going to be here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Casting more of the early stages of GSL Code S. MMA got through this so fast, I almost forget that he was even in here today.
Yeah.
There was so much more time spent with Yu-Gi-Oh!, GuMiho.
I feel like he came in with his time card, he punched in, and then he turned around and punched out.
Yeah. So we're going to have to go ahead and take a look at the results. Throw those up on screen for you guys.
MMA.
Not really any upsets.
Yeah, no, it went pretty much fine. I mean, Zenio could have advanced over GuMiho, but So MMA and GuMiho go on, and Zenio and Yu-Gi-Oh! Go down.
Yep. So, that does it for now. I feel kind of bad for Zenio. I really do like casting his games.
Yep.
He's one of these players I like a lot. So, the next match for tomorrow,
my God.
plays Group F.
Team MVP all over the place with SC, DRG, and Genius. And then JYP, the new EG recruit, to round that out. Going to be a very fun day, TPZP.
Yeah.
And very different style piece, so gonna be great, man. That is a hard group to predict as well. DRG obviously a strong pick, but the other spot is pretty hard to guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. It's good to have 2 Protosses in a group.
Yeah.
I love when I get to cast the race I play.
It's always fun.
It'll be good to be casting SC. We haven't cast any of his games in a little bit here.
Well, his lungs keep collapsing, the poor guy. He's had a really tough time with that. I think it probably affects his practice a lot, too. So
I'm sure.
I think he's one of the most talented, best,
I think he's got so much
out
potential.
There.
Yeah.
He's had a tough break, so we'll have to see if he can get through that group or he's
Hopefully
going to drop to
this
Code A.
year is better for SC
I hope so.
last year.
He deserves to get deep in pretty much every tournament.
It'll be interesting to see JYP, too, just to see what his play style is like.
How's he going?
Now that he's on the EG.
He did pretty well at the Home Story Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did pretty darn well there. So,
and DRG, of course, that's fun.
Genius. What outdated strategies will that man use?
Yes. What Doug funny jokes can we make? No, but he's a really good player. So that'll be a lot of fun. And guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Add us on Twitter.
Add us on Twitter.
Call me Tasteless.
Spread the word about the GSL. Tell your friends to tune in and check out our yearly ticket. It's a better deal than getting it monthly. You'll save a lot of money. Does that do it, Artosis?
That's it.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.